Welcome to River City Plus, the River City After Party, where we get to take a deep dive into some of the fun that we had on the show. So Andrea was kind enough to hang out with me today for River City Plus. Now, Andrea, today live on air, you took us through some of your favorite basic and sustainable items from your new brick and mortar location. So first of all, thank you for joining us and tell us about how excited you are to be opening up those doors finally.
I cannot wait. This has been a dream of mine for a very long time. So when I first started last year, I wanted to rush right into getting a physical location. But honestly, having an e-commerce first for the first year was a great test for me, just to try out new products, kind of see what worked, get feedback from customers and the community. And so now I'm ready to open the doors, and I feel a lot more confident. So.
And that's always exactly how you want to feel. And it's the perfect time of year to get those doors open because people are all excited to shop and people are looking to, like you mentioned, bring it back to the basics when it comes to the goods that they're placing in their home. So give us kind of the genesis of, how you got here, because this has been a year full of trial and error for you.
Yeah, definitely. So it's kind of been a lifelong thing. I've always been very passionate about the environment, but I also have a love and passion for interior design. So I wanted to create something that was still environmentally friendly, could lessen your impact on the environment, but also be aesthetically pleasing. So sometimes that is hard to fuse the two of those together. So that's kind of where the idea for Basic Shop came up. Simple products with little ingredients that are biodegradable and good for the home, but still can be cute. So
yeah, exactly. I definitely loved all of the Turkish robe that you showed today, and the blankets. There are things that we're seeing in a lot of mainstream brands, but you're just finding a way to make it chic and sustainable.
Right, right.
So when it comes to sourcing your products, what does that process look like? For a traditional interior design boutique or something like that, they're going to Atlanta, they're going to High Point, they're going to Vegas, and they're sourcing these products, but you have a lot more legwork than just scanning off the shelves and deciding what you want to carry.
Yeah, so that was kind of the toughest part. Since I don't have a background in retail product or buying, I kind of didn't know where to begin. So it started with going to local markets and kind of finding vendors that are local to the area. So even Jacksonville, St. Augustine, a lot of my planters are from a concrete artist that works out of Jacksonville. My plants are all sourced from a grower out of St. Augustine. So it was kind of getting to know the community a little bit better, getting face to face with those vendors, and then that opened up a whole lot of doors to meeting new people and marketing, and so it was super helpful.
Exactly, just getting out there and trial by fire, right?
Right, exactly.
So now that you're opening this brick and mortar, I know that's a big dream that a lot of people have, especially when they are starting off in the e-commerce. I think everybody would think it would be cool to own a boutique or something where it's kind of all of your favorite things and you find those like-minded people. But what did that process look like? Because, even up to this week, you're experiencing challenges because it's a building, it's in St. Augustine. So there's historic elements to that. What does that kind of behind the scenes process look like?
So that was very difficult. So there was a lot of, finding a space and then it didn't work out, or it was too large, or it was too small, or it wasn't in the right space. So it was a couple months that I was really looking out in the community to find the right spot for me. And I feel like where I'm at now, it's a perfect opportunity. It's right in the heart of Palencia, which is a community right off of US 1. So there's a lot of people that are there looking for a retail shop or a hub to go for gift giving and just things that they can shop around in that's not really over there. So I'm hoping I can bring that into the community. But there were definitely some struggles. I'm doing a lot of it myself. So the painting, the renovating, all of that kind of DIY, trying to cut costs as a new small business owner. So it's a lot of sleepless nights, especially being a mom of two, but I've had a lot of help. My husband's been great and super supportive. So having that community of people to kind of lift me up when I am feeling like overwhelmed and like maybe I can't do this. But so regardless of how stressful it's been, I would never change this, and I'm so excited to open next week.
So I love that you're being so transparent about that. What would you say to, a small business owner that wants to step into either their first e-commerce space, or even maybe they want to take that next step into brick and mortar? What are some of the nuggets that you've learned along the way?
I would say just keep pushing. So there were many times that I felt like, I can't do this. What am I thinking? It's too much to juggle. But it's such a passion of mine, and it's been a dream of mine for years to own my own business and work for myself and create the space that I want and I know will succeed or hopefully succeed within the community. So I would just say not giving up, no matter what obstacles are thrown your way.
Yeah. And how do you do that with everything that's like on your plate? Have you figured out like a time saving hack that we should know about? Because like you said, you're a mom of two, you know, you're maintaining a marriage, you're maintaining an entire business because your e-com has not stopped running this entire
No.
time.
Yeah.
You're going into a holiday season, like,
Right.
and you come in here still looking like fantastic and put together. So I would be like, wheel me in on a gurney because I don't know if I could do all that.
Some days I feel that way, but yeah, I would say probably my biggest thing is making lists for myself. I'm very list oriented, where I can cross stuff off, check it off. Okay, I've done this.
So
What's
satisfying.
next? Like it's something about just like, oh, that's done for the day. Now what's next? But kind of prioritizing what is most important for that day and not looking too far ahead, because it just can feel so overwhelming with what you have to do. Which I still have a list of probably 100 things that I have to do before next Friday, but I'll get there. So one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I absolutely love hearing that. So going back to your gift guide, what are, you know, let's say like your top 3 or 5 items that you think are going to be really great gift home runs this year?
Yeah, so probably I would say the robes and Turkish blankets that I brought on, definitely. But the biggest thing are the planters and plants that I'm bringing in. Those are all new. Now that I have the space to open up for more products, I think that's probably going to be the biggest product for the holiday season. I know I'm a neutrals girl, so my house is very neutral, but I fill it with plants and just colorful planters and stuff here and there. So I think that's going to be a big ticket item. And then probably just the little like soaps and lotion bars and all the little stocking stuffers that you can get. So
Yeah, one of my favorite items that you brought on today was the French press, and you mentioned something that I thought was so interesting. You said it's really pretty, and you can keep this on the counter.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely one of those people who's always trying to. Mom, you instilled this in me. I don't like crap and clutter on the counter. It's got to
Same.
go. Like we got to shove it away. But when the ceramic one that you brought was so different, and it was really pretty, and you could have it with like your little coffee mug tree or something, and it'd still be a cute piece as opposed to just
Right.
clutter on the counter.
Yeah, yeah. So the majority of the things that I carry are the same way. And I think it's just because that stems from how I live. You know what I mean? So that's another bonus to having your own business. You can bring that personal side into
Right.
it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think the Turkish robes are great. I was also thinking those would be fantastic to have in your guest room because people are coming over.
Right.
I've been into the unnecessary necessities of side of social media where it's just like, hey, here's little moments of luxury you can kind of stick throughout your
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
And I thought putting together, you know, the natural baskets that you have with some of those soaps and things like that so that you can have that, you know, sitting on the bed with like some Skinny Pop or something when people come over.
Right.
That would be just a luxurious way. If you got some like, you know, crabby in-laws, like just go ahead and grease that landing. Just, look, here's some snacks and little pretties that you can enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing not only your favorites that we can look at this season, but let's make sure we just have a shameless drop so that everybody knows where to come shop with you next
Yes.
week and how we can follow along.
Yeah, so grand opening is on Friday, December 8th. I'll open the doors at 9 a.m. And have lots of giveaways and raffle prizes throughout the entire weekend. It's at 620 Market Street in St. Augustine. You can always still shop online 24/7 at shopbasicshop.com. And then today, any of your viewers can use the code RCL10 for 10% off through Saturday.
Oh, awesome. Great. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I'll make sure that everybody has that link so we can share that with them. All right, guys, that is a wrap for us here on River City Plus. We'll catch you tomorrow morning at 9:30 for River City Live.